connector right here. I think the main thing about this motherboard is just remembering to plug everything back into it where it goes before you put it back in it, because some of those wires have to come around the board. And if you put it back together, I took the heat sink off, and I probably didn't really need to at that point, but that's okay, it's good. We're gonna repaste it. I wanted to get the whole motherboard out, and we got the whole board out. Our goal today, should we choose to accept it, excuse me, y'all. I'm having to hold this camera with my hand. Our goal today, should we choose to accept it, is to reheat the video card. This is a iMac 27-inch 2009 and 2011 model. It's got 1 terabyte SSD drive in it. It maxes out at 16 gigabytes of RAM, which was already in there when I purchased it. And that's, of course, it's a DVD, CD. And one of the fans had to come out to successfully get the motherboard out, which is not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So I need to get to that fan right there anyway and clean and blow it out. Alrighty, so our goal is accomplished. Let's flip this boy over and look at the other side. We gotta, I'm gonna watch my heat sink, because it's hanging on by a wire sensor. So there's our CPU. And our video card is right up under that. That's what we were after, actually. But fortunately, we had to remove this motherboard to get to this, which is crazy that had to happen, but we did have to remove that. There we go. That's how that goes. So I think while we're here, we're gonna go ahead and clean the paste off that CPU and look at the CPU. So I don't know what it is, but it's 2 point whatever or 3.1 gigahertz processor. We'll see in a minute. And then, all right. One thing, if nothing else, we'll get to clean it out real good. So that wasn't as hard as I thought it was gonna be. There's the motherboard. And so we'll get taking care of this and get everything back. All right. So this i5 2nd generation processor, 2.7 gigahertz. I'm gonna see if we can upgrade that before we put it back together, because I got a lot of processors, and I maybe have an upgrade for that 2nd generation. We may be able to go to i7. I will see. And of course, our video card we need to remove. And our connectors for hard drive. And then that connector right there that's sticking up, that's for the CD-ROM. So not really complicated, really rather simple. The problem with the, I'm understanding with the video cards is overheating issue. And so a lot of people are baking them. And I'm wondering whether or not to do that or use my heat gun. I got a heat gun. And I've also got the soldering heat gun, so I don't know whether to bake that in the oven or just heat it up real good. Said 10 minutes. And whether or not I should even, we'll see what we're gonna do, and we'll let you know. So now, since I got this on here, I don't know if I got enough light in my headlight so you guys will see that cable going to the heat sink right here. This is a temperature cable. It's regulating, ain't regulating, but anyways, registering the heat here over this. And so, I feel like that's just hot glued on there. But, this is located behind the board. There is not a lot of room back there behind that for this to even get an adequate amount of air, so I don't know why. Not a fan blowing on it. There is here, but I need to clean those fans out too before we put anything back together, because that's what's keeping this cool here. And I'm wondering, there is a fan system almost right behind it, right there too, that's removing heat from behind the motherboard. So, well, I couldn't see that. When it was running, I couldn't see that fan. I could only see the two on the sides that were spinning. That one, I don't know, because the board was covering most of it. I didn't even know it was a fan to check it. Make sure it's blowing too. But anyway, all right. Then also, there is a software program that you can regulate the fan speeds with. I don't know about that. Alrighty. But I'm disconnected this heat sensor right here, and I'll take that off real quick. And there is the video card. So we're gonna have to for a minute I thought somebody was wet. Something looked like something had been wasted in that way that looks on those but I guess that's just from a little paste or something they had on it. But anyway, we're gonna get all the paste, the old paste off of it, and we're gonna heat the video card up real good. You'll have to forgive me, I don't have a stand or nothing inside here that I can hold my camera. I use all that stuff when I'm fishing, so I don't have it in here in my little shop. Okay, so here is our setup. I kind of apologize for the shadow being on that, but we're going to, I kind of lightly brush that over with some flux in certain areas, and it just kind of helps loosen that solid up. And so we're going to heat it for hot air for about 10 minutes, and we'll let it cool off from that point. And then after we can do that, we'll I need to check my CPU. I don't think I have a i7 2600 in there, but I might. And repaste everything and do a reassemble while that be cooling off. So, all right. So we are setting our timer for 10 minutes, and we're gonna heat this up for 10 minutes, kind of evenly. And believe me, this will do the trick here, better than the oven. So that's what we're gonna do for 10 minutes. All right, so we have, let me back my camera up a little bit. I'm sorry, y'all, I have to hold this camera, but anyway, we got the video card heated up, got it back in, replaced, heatsink back on. Heatsink CPU, I didn't have a upgrade CPU because that's the second generation. I only got fourth generation. So we repasted all that and cleaned it up. So we got all this back assembled on the motherboard, and we are ready to reinstall the motherboard and hook all the connections back up to it. So that's our next step. I wish I had a stand in here, man, with you guys. I could show you guys could watch me do the whole process, but nevertheless, and it's not as hard as it may look. It's not. Very simple. So anyway, Continuing with the progress. Okay, so we got the motherboard back in. Geez, let me turn my light out, that glare off of there. I think that's from behind the back. Okay, there we go. Maybe not, maybe it's from overhead. Anyway, man, that was an ordeal, kind of, sort of. And I guess because you hadn't done it before, it is, but I took the heat sink portion off of the motherboard and thinking I was going to loosen it, but I didn't. I should have left it, just unhook the heat sink over here and leave it attached to the board. It'll all come out together. And of course the video card, you can't get it off of here without taking the motherboard out, so that was necessary. But we got all the cables plugged back up except for the LCD cables, which we put the LCD back. But I'm going to put the CD-ROM back, and then put the fan back in there, and then we'll install the memory, and we'll put the LCD back on there and see what we've got. And if that heating of this doesn't work or whatever and didn't do it right, I'm not going to go through all that trouble to reheat that. I don't know why a person would do that, to keep reheating that. I just get another card, new video card, put in there. We know working, and we got a warranty on it. Okay, but anyway, that's that. All right, so we got it all back together, and we got a flashing folder with a question mark, which means you couldn't locate an operating system, or I assume not an operating system on it. So we're gonna reset it off the internet. And that's what it's doing right now, starting the internet recovery. And this computer, I don't know if this was High Sierra, or what operating system came with this computer. But whatever it is, we're gonna upgrade it. Maybe not, a little bit. It just depends on how much, what updated software we can download on it that we need to use. And so that will depend on what version of what our OS is on here, or that come with this, because when you do the internet recovery, it's gonna load the version that the computer shipped with. So anyway, that's what we're waiting on. And so if y'all can see that we're at disk utilities now, so we're gonna run disk utilities. There's a 1 terabyte hard drive in here, and so I'm going to run disk utilities on that and try to set it up for install. And I'm gonna have to use OS Extended Journal on here. Can't use an AFPS. This is too old a computer for that. And so anyway, there we are. We're gonna go ahead and try that. Okay, the SSD drive was no good, so we got rid of it. Did a little experimenting on it over on the other computer, but it's over with for that SSD drive. Too bad, because it was a terabyte. It's probably one of those, it was off-brand anyway. And so we took a 2.5 out of an old laptop of 250 gigabyte. And I formatted it over there to a FAT32, because I'm hoping that that's going to work out. And we've got our flash drive in here that's formatted with Transmac, and it has Mac OS X Lion 10.7 on it. That's what originally came on this computer from the factory. So we booted up, installed everything back in there, and booted it up. And now we're just waiting on internet recovery. And I did, actually, I didn't want to have to take this back apart, but I did. It wasn't that big a deal, because I didn't have to remove the LCD. I just had to take the screws out, just kind of tilt it forward a little bit, and I can get the hard drive out in the caddy real easy like. And so we're just waiting on internet recovery startup. When that gets going for the next phase, we'll come right back. So we're holding option down, still waiting on my USB formatted High Sierra USB to show up. We have to put our password in. And there it is. Okay, so this 290 right here, this is the drive that we're installed into. This is my base system right here. That's where my flash drive is, but I shouldn't have to choose network yet. So we should start up installing High Sierra. I did try to install it without the patch like it said, but I have you have to have the next to the lowest, the one right before, well, maybe not the one before. I need at least mountain OS X mountain lion. That's what it told me. So this is 10.7. It told me I at least need to have 10.8, which is mountain lion. And so I just got lion 10.7. So, which is interesting, because it told me that I could. So if they can tell me that it knows what system I got, then it shouldn't have never told me that in the first place. But that's neither here or there. So when this happens, we should be on the install, be able to install High Sierra onto the hard drive, which is named 250250. So, and then once that happens, well, no, I take that back. Once this boots up, we're going to need to go to disk utility and format. Am I going to format to? I don't think I have to format to. 250 is already. We shall see. We'll play it by ear as we go. Okay, we have set up High Sierra. So I don't think we'll be able to go any higher OS on this system here. So let's settings. Let's go ahead and do our settings, and then we'll come back. Thank you guys for hanging in there, man. We actually work on computers, and so this was just a personal project of mine that I wanted to do. I only paid $40 for this iMac, and it's working fine. Fixed the video card in it, upgraded the software a little bit, so working fine, as you can tell. Sound's working fine. It was kind of quiet when we started when I started out, and the bones were kind of quiet. Once I got an operating system on it, it came out. So there you have it.